What is up with it? Today we are going to be watching Germany Week 2 NCL on No Heroes YouTube channel. We have Onur versus John. Um, it's going to be Shanks versus RP Luffy. It's not a matchup I'm too familiar with, but I do believe that the RP Luffy is favored. Um, Looks like we're running 4 Nami, 1 Law, 4 Zoro Juro, 4 Clay, only 1 Onami, 4 Queen, 2 Yasop, 4 Sanji, 4 Beckman. Only 2 Kid seems really weird to me personally, especially if we have the 3 new gates in our deck. I feel like one of the stronger things we can do is like line this up into this. I wonder if there was any counter picking from this player, if he thought there was a good chance that this player played Shanks. Um, And then we have the Shanks list running 4 Lucky Roo, 2 Gold D Roger. I feel like this could very, very possibly come up in this. 3 Rayleigh, that's pretty interesting. Okay. No idea who won the rock, paper, scissors. I'm sure it was probably the Luffy. Luffy tends to prefer to go first. Looking at top 5, I see a Nami. I see um, Secret Rare Luffy, and I see the 10 drop Luffy. We're going to go ahead and grab the 9. Secret Rare. I really don't like that art, to be honest. It's one of my least favorite arts in the game. I do think the alternate art goes like crazy though. I have to imagine this dynamic is so kind of annoying. Is this sponsored by Red Bull? That's literally the only explanation for the placement of these Red Bulls, right? Um, I have to imagine this matchup is a little annoying for Shanks, kind of flipping the matchup on its head. You know, most of the time, Shanks, you get to swing into their leader for free, and they don't get to swing into your leader for free. Um, but in this particular matchup, it's actually the opposite, um, which is, a very different dynamic for the Shanks player than they get to have versus pretty much every other leader. So I imagine we're going to be swinging our Zorojoro and ramping. It's just about what number we want to swing with it. Um, I imagine just 7 here is pretty reasonable, honestly. But we're just going to start with the 6. Um, Seems a little odd to me that we're doing it this way because we can just do that and then maybe we're going to swing. Okay, that's why. Because we decided to go for 3 swings instead of 2, which is honestly probably better. Are we going to choose to not block with this Lucky Roo? I'm not entirely sure what we're saving the block for. Maybe a potential Yasop next turn. I'm not sure. We as the viewers know that a 7 drop Kid is coming down. We're going to go ahead and swing 5 into 4. I have to imagine we're completely content with that. We knew when we played that Zorojuro that that's just how this was going to go. Swinging 6. I feel like it feels pretty bad to counter out of this. And what is the Shanks player playing here? I'm not even entirely certain. Okay, it's just the ace. Gotcha. So we did elect to counter out of that. I mean, there will be some very, very large swings coming our way later in the game. And we do only have 3 life. My apologies if that was super loud. I'm going to go ahead and swing 6 at 5 just to get rid of that Lucky Roo. I'm not exactly sure why we prioritize getting rid of it, to be honest with you. But I think it's fine. Okay, so now we are on 8 Dawn, I believe, as the Shanks player. Um, yeah. So probably not playing the kid out just because we don't value being a 7k leader in this matchup. It's probably just not especially relevant. We are now on 8 Dawn. Um, is there really a world where we're ever not playing out the dragon? I'm not really seeing any other options in our hand that I'm not exactly sure what we're thinking about other than the fact that we're playing dragon this turn. We are just going to counter again. Anytime it only takes a little 1k counter from our hand, it looks like we're content countering. Also really enjoying these border sleeves on the Dawn. I'm a huge border sleeves fan. Which you guys, depending on when this is uploaded, either someone has already been announced as the winner, or we're very close to being um, the winner of the giveaway for the Gecko Moira border sleeves, as well as the free $200 value first month of Impact's coaching pro player group. Gonna go ahead and swing 6. Hmm. I'm not exactly sure what we're considering here. I imagine we're always playing down the second 9-drop Luffy, but maybe I'm wrong. Really in the think tank here. Okay. I imagine that's just a life, and it appears it is. Alright. Well, we did spend a lot of time thinking about something that I feel like was pretty clear from the jump, honestly. Um, but that's just none of my business. The Shanks could potentially be pretty good here, I think. We can start with the 6 from Ace, see how our opponent reacts. I imagine most of the time they'll give us a 1k. Then we could go ahead and go 9 into life, see how our opponent reacts. It is pretty scary that we do kind of have to remove, like, we're never killing here, I don't think. Um, like, Shanks is not the most efficient way to do it. The most efficient way to do it would be to be attaching Dawn to our leader and ace. And we can go like 9, 10, 11. I think is more efficient than going like 6, 9, 12 if our plan is to kill, obviously. However, I think that's like a huge pipe dream. I think he's planning on living through that pipe dream and swinging 8 first, and then maybe 10, and then 12, I think is his plan. I think he plans to go 8, 10, 12 based on the fact that he's looking to attach 2 Dawn here. I'm just going to go ahead and say that that will not work. It will not work. But I'm sure we will spend a lot of time thinking about it. All right, we're just going to swing 6 first. Um, I think this is pretty wrapped up at this point. Unless I'm missing something, I don't. I mean, we do have quite a lot of counter in our hand as the Shanks player, but we're also staring down 2 10 drops. Okay, I have no idea what we're doing. Um, I actually don't know. Okay. We were just trying to bait some counter, and now we're swinging massive at the Luffy, and that's how we plan to survive next turn. This was a good play. This was a really good play. This is this is what, 7 Dawn? So a 16 out of 10. I don't think we can do anything about this, unfortunately. This was a really good play. He found the line. And these are the exact sort of situations where Shanks players be complaining about losing games, because I promise you most people would have lost this game. If I was the Shanks player, I would have lost this game probably, to be honest with you. But now he is a position where he can win. Um okay, that was a pretty nasty draw. That was a pretty disgusting draw, actually. Wow, that was crazy. That was a crazy draw. Holy, that was a crazy draw, man. That was crazy. Bro actually picked his top deck. Holy. Holy, that was a crazy draw. Oh my god. Bro, are we actually going to spend time thinking about this again? Are we actually going to spend time thinking about this again? About to fall asleep. Oh, John, I do not appreciate how long you spend thinking about turns. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I feel like some of these turns have been pretty simple. I feel like the only real decision there was if we're gonna swing 6 or 7. And I feel like 7 was plenty fine. I don't think we're at like crazy risk of dying, to be honest. We are a 6K leader with a gum gum in hand and 2 life. And our opponent only has 3 swings. Like, we're just so chilling. Also, we could have played the 9-drop Luffy, seen what we drew, and that could have informed our decision. Like, of course, we're giving our opponent more intel as well, but like, our opponent already knows it's very within our range. And if we're representing like 9, a big drop, and we swing 7, and it has to be the 9-drop Luffy anyways, because like, it doesn't make sense to be anything else. Like, it's not going to be a okay, so gonna swing 10. It's not gonna be like a white beard or anything like that. Oh my goodness. So we have elected that we absolutely have to go for game. Um, and this is never getting there because our opponent has Gum Gum. That card is so good, by the way, man. It's so good. It's actually like such a disgustingly broken card. Yeah. So now we go on to game 2. John looking pretty silly. He's a little giggle monster. I appreciate it. I feel like Onur came here straight from the barber. He looking clean. I feel like he came here straight from the barber. Didn't stop at 7-Eleven, nothing. He just straight from the barber. He looking too clean. I need to get my haircut. Don't look. All right. Looks like they both mulliganed. Um, Shanks choosing to go first, swinging 8 on 3. We have a ramp in the bong clay, so that's nice. I'm sure we'll spend time thinking about what to do. And I'm pretty sure we'll probably just play Bon Clay Swing 7. I'm sure we'll spend some time thinking about it though. This is 1.5 speed, by the way. I need a macro on my computer where I can like press a button and it adjusts the speed. So I can like press a button and it changes to 2 times speed for certain players' turns, and then for other players' turns we can go back to the like 1.5 or the 1.25. Um, what is our concern about playing the Bon Clay here? All right, I need someone to educate me. What is the concern about playing Bon Clay here exactly? I feel like that card is probably really nasty in this matchup. Um, you ever think about how if you go first versus a 3 life leader, there's times where your opponent could just attach all Dawn swing 4 times and you could just die. Like it's not out of the realm of possibilities of happening. Sometimes you just won't find the blocker and the counter and you'll just blow up in 4 turns and they don't even have to play a single card. I think probably 0 games of One Piece have actually happened like that because you can't try that strategy, to be honest, because it's not going to work most of the time. But there are real games where that can happen. I've even had games as Lucci, which is a 5 life leader, where I'm looking at my hand and I'm like, if they actually just attached all Dawn to their leader every single turn, I have not found a blocker and I would have actually just died in 6 turns. But they didn't do that, so they played characters and I can remove those and like give them a 2K or something. Surely this is Onur thinking this time, right? He's thinking about whether or not to counter the 7. Uncertain if he's used leader effect yet. I don't think he has. Alright, decided to take 4 for Bonclay. Seems reasonable. Not entirely sure why we did it in this order. Why didn't we swing 7 with Zorajuro? I'm not exactly sure. Do we really need 2 active Dawn? I don't think so. John, of course, very strong player, as all of the players are in this. So there's things that he's doing that I'm missing. Um, so if you understand it in the comments, please correct me. Because I don't really understand why we have 2 active Dawn here. So if we gum here, we'll go down to 7 Dawn, and then we'll start our turn back at 9, which means we'll be able to leader effect to go back up to 10. So the Gum here is pretty free, I would say. I think we should always be getting rid of this kid. It's completely dead. Whereas at least the Nika could potentially be used later. Um, you get to draw before you counter there. I have no idea why he decided to do that before drawing. I would actually have to read Gum. Is the draw optional? If so, Onur could say, "Hey, bro, I'm sorry, but you chose not to draw." We could already free ramp to 10, right? Oh, oh. Interesting. Interesting. I'm kind of surprised that we did it this way. But I guess we are just going to ramp back like crazy fast. So it's actually because we have the Bon Clay and we had the leader. This was actually pretty sick. It's not often you get to see the 10 drop Luffy, but I will say the 10 drop Luffy is like my favorite card in the game. It's so cool. I don't understand why they haven't tried to design a deck yet that actually just plays this card. I think maybe they tried with purple black Luffy, but I feel like they missed the mark because purple black Luffy players don't even play this card. So they gotta go back into the kitchen. We need a leader that like the entire purpose of the leader is to freaking play this card. I don't know exactly what that leader would look like, to be honest with you, but we need this card to be good. But the thing is, the card is inherently not that good. It's kind of just glorified rush with like a huge cost. Um, I don't know. Maybe the leader could. The leader, I think, would have to have something that like nullifies his downsides. Like, what if your leader said something like, "Your characters cannot be bottom decked," and then you play the Nika, and it tries to bottom deck all your cards. Maybe the leader would have to say something like, "Your straw hats can't be bottom decked." Um, you play the Nika. Oh, that would actually be a sick leader effect. It's like a dual colored leader, maybe purple yellow. It says like your straw hats cannot be bottom decked, and then the second part of the effect is like dawn minus do something yellow related. I'm not sure. Purple yellow would probably be a weird combo for that to be the case. I feel like purple blue would kind of make sense. Wow, we actually are doing the strat that I talked about, which is what if I just attach Dawn and swing every single turn and I don't play a single card from my hand? Which I kind of can't believe we've gotten to that point, but we actually have just done it. Um, and it's actually going like pretty decently well. I mean, our opponent's gonna play Queen now, so I think we've probably run out of that going well, to be honest. These players seem really friendly. They're giggling. I like it. We're also denying Bond Clay value. I mean, surely we're just playing Queen here, right? I mean, maybe we could play Ninebeard. Ninebeard here is actually very reasonable. We can go up to an AK leader. We have the Gum Gum. Um, but actually, because we ramped with the Nika, we don't have the Dawn for the Gum Gum. Oh, we're playing the kit. Okay. That was not on my bucket list, actually. But I guess we'll get to go 8-12. Oh, the Red Hawk on our Bonclay feels hella bad. It's kind of crazy that the opponent with the 12 drop on the board doesn't actually feel like they're super ahead. And we have 2 Goldie Roger. I'm slamming it on the board, baby. I'm slamming it on the board and I'm swinging. And then next turn, I'm slamming the second one. Let's run it. He's a big 13k body. You ain't swinging into this. I'm slamming the Goldie Roger on board. And next turn, I'm slamming the second one. I'm probably purposefully going to 0. I'm slamming the first one. I'm purposefully going to 0. And then I'm slamming the second one. His other play would be to like swing 15 here and then play the Goldie Roger as a surprise next turn. Or he could play the 10 Shanks and then play. But like we're an 8K or no, we're a 7K leader. I'm not sure how difficult it is for us to counter out of a 12. We'd have to go from 7 to 12, so we'd need 6K. Oh, we're going to go the dragon route. This was not on my bucket list of all the possible things he could do. Okay. Yeah, maybe we swing in order. So we'll go ahead and go 9. I'm threatening a second 9. Nines are really good swings here for sure. 2 9s probably is better than just 1 12. That's probably true. He's going to go ahead and gum return 2. Yeah, 2 9s I think is definitely... This dude's a way better Shanks pilot than I am. We'll go ahead and swing 9 at life. But also, to be honest, I've played Shanks exactly 0 times. I have to imagine that we will be paying 5 for queen, maybe? I don't know. Do we have to go for game here? No. We decided we do not. We do. Nami can search us. Yeah, I was gonna say a gum, so that's nice. We get to ramp. We get to boost our leader to 7K. We get a ramp 1. Yeah. I think we survived next turn for sure. The gum is just so good. I will say John, low key, drawing the things he needs when he needs them. He definitely has some heart of the cards going on. It feels like he's kind of top decked the thing he needed when he needed it. Gonna go ahead and go 9 at life here. So I think our plan is to go 9, 10, 12. Or maybe we'll just go 9, 9, 12 and represent double gum. I think that's pretty reasonable as well. I think our opponent has decided that they will be going to 0 life this turn. I can't tell exactly how much counter is in their hand though, so yeah, so we are going to be choosing to go 9, 9, 12 because we want to represent the double gum. We could always draw into it. Owner really not a fan of this swing. How much counter do we have in hand? Is it 1, 2, 4? I think there's 7K counter in his hand right now, so he's really asking himself like, is there gonna be a 1K out of this? I think this game is Jover. Like, even if we bink the 1K, like, our win condition is we gotta, like, play Roger and get a 9 through. And, the 9 is never getting through, I don't think. I mean, Onura doesn't know that it's not getting through, but it's not getting through. I mean, I think you quite literally have to take this. And it was not a 1K, so the game is Jover. Oh wait, does he have it? I thought he didn't have it. Maybe I missed a counter card in his hand. No, he didn't have it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I imagine this is a matchup that RP Luffy just kind of stomps, honestly. I don't really know how much counterplay Shanks has. I appreciate you all so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.